This is a kind of, I'll call this a tragedy. I lost my job 3 months ago, which allowed me to take control of my 401k account. And I am more confident that I have made every wrong investment decision. I moved my precious IRAs, I moved my previous IRAs and 401ks into, and I'm gonna tell you who it was. I think that's fair, because I've had maybe 100 like this. To Peter Schiff's Euro Pacific, and I'm down 64%. I haven't had anybody who's come to me who had done business with him that wasn't down over 50%. And Peter believed, and I think rightfully, in his own mind, that the third world would decouple and not suffer the anguish of recession and depression that major nations had. And he was wrong. And Peter's a nice person, and we all make mistakes, and Peter's made a whopper here. And so I'll go on with this. I had to give you my feeling on it because he certainly didn't do it deliberately. He was just wrong. And sometimes we are wrong. And even the most intelligent of us. What I will say, one thing about Peter, he doesn't recognize the illuminous part in all of this. And I think Peter has political aspirations. And I felt his father was a wonderful man, incidentally. Now, she says, do I watch more of my IRA vaporize into nothing? Or do I grab a hold of what's left and move into physical gold and silver and shares? And the answer is, you just had a 700-point rally. Take advantage of it. Get out and go to gold and silver. And it took a lot of guts for Jan to send this in, because people don't like to admit that they've lost money. And God knows almost everybody that has come to me has lost money. And the people who came a year ago and get out of the market at 12,500 Dow or 14,000, they're the lucky ones, even though they lost money. And so all of you who have been out of the market and out of real estate and have it in gold and silver, you've not lost money. You may have gained money. And even if you're even, you're doing well because all these other people are losing lots of money. So keep that in mind.
Bob, I mentioned this the other day, and I can't tell you how, the number of times that I hear this is just staggering. And people that I talk to where they've lost 50, 60%, they're 62 years old, and they've lost 50% of their money, and, we're in it for the long haul. And they're going to, it just baffles me why they wouldn't even attempt to save part of it. I just, it's just, they don't listen. They don't want to listen. They're just in it for the long haul. And it just amazes me.
Well, I'd like to point out to you 60-year-olds that the long haul may be 20 years or 25 or 30 years. This is not going to be your normal correction. This thing is not going to come back fast in any investment sphere or business sphere. This is going to be very nasty. And all those brokers are telling you to hold on are making a terrible mistake. And they're not, trying to hurt you. They just think that way because they've just gone through 25 years of brainwashing. I have one subscriber that sold out of everything, and her 73-year-old broker, which is my age, I thought she was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Okay. That was when the Dow was 13,000. And she bought gold and silver-related assets. You know her, Melody, because she's done business with you. And here she's made a pile of money. And The broker now is following her investment path for his own account. But he can't do that for his clients. His company won't let him. What do you think of that? It's incredible what's going on out there. And if you're not out on the market, get out, please. It's going lower. These people are out of control. They don't know what to do. They just don't know what. And they know what they're doing doesn't work. A good example is the Secretary of the Treasury, Timothy Geithner, whatever it is. He's telling people, well, it's going to be okay, and we're going to do this, 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 and this. He doesn't know what he's doing. And so you have an opportunity to get out. Get out. Okay, on to the next question,
well,
Hal.
We're almost at the bottom of the hour, but you know what, Bob?
No.
Yeah. And I have bunches of questions, too, but Obama came out. Hey, didn't you hear Obama said that the economy really isn't as bad as what they thought it was?
Wow.
Yeah.
He's such a great experience in the markets, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the meat market. This guy doesn't know anything about anything. He's a marionette. He's a street hustler. And I know the type. I grew up with him. When you come from humble surroundings and lots of poor people, you learn fast or you get kicked off the street, And you have to fight to stay there every day, incidentally. By the time I was 8 years old, I probably had 15 to 20 fistfights, and that's a lot. And, of course, being half Italian and half Irish didn't help either, especially living in Boston. Anyway, are we at the half hour, or can I speak?
Well, I didn't hear the noise to let us know, so we should be fairly close to the bottom of the hour. If you have a quick question until we hear it, that's fine.
Well, the next one's about, the last one I have here. No, I have two. It's about an IRA. And he says, I understand that all government central bankers are trying to weaken their currencies and we may see a prolonged effort to prop up the dollar by these cretins. Today, after the announcement that the Swiss banking powers are trying to hold the franc in...
there's the music, Bob. Hold that until after the break.
Very impressive.
And thank you for joining us this afternoon. You are listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading, 1-800-375-4188 for your gold and silver coin needs. And, of course, for your complimentary issue to the International Forecaster, you can give us a call on the 800 number 800-375-4188. And, Bob, would you like to tell us about the International Forecaster, please?
Well, the forecast is about business, finance, economics, and social and political issues all over the world. We publish by email on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and it runs around 35 pages each time. And we have a hard copy that goes out to those who are not in the Internet twice a month. If you would like to get an idea of what we're all about, go to our site, and that site address is theinternationalforecaster.com. theinternationalforecaster.com. If you'd like to email us with a question or request a free copy of the Forecaster, you write to Bob, B-O-B, at INTFORECASTER.com. That's Bob at INTForecaster.com.
1-800-375-4188 for your gold. Whoops. 1-800-375-4188 for your complimentary issue. Sorry, Bob. For your complimentary issue to the International Forecaster. And, again, the number 800-375-4188 for your gold and silver coin needs. And, Bob, if you'd like to continue with the question prior to the break.
Okay. Is today's move at the end of the correction in the Swiss franc? And the answer is yes. I think that the franc will get stronger from here. I think the market overreacted. Because I think what people are going to find is that secretly all other nations have been doing the same thing. That is lowering interest rates, which the edict is everybody has zero interest rates among major countries, and increase money and credit, and monetize, if you